Good day or good evening, whatever time it is at the time you're watching this video. Today, it's going to be a little different because I had posted a couple days ago on my community a little picture, and that picture had a list of topics on it with some emojis next to it, and I asked for the collective to vote for what they would like me to hit on next. And I didn't quite get enough votes in order to choose the topic within the comments itself. So what I decided to do was go ahead and write down the topics that were voted for. And I went ahead and put them in my little sound bowl here. And I thought it would be fun to go ahead and just pick the topic that way. So thank you to all of you who had participated in that post. I truly appreciate it, and I just thought this would be a fun idea to kind of get people to be able to be a little bit more interactive here. So I'm going to stir the pot here. Oh, that one came out, so we're going to take that. And the winning emoji is the skull with Underworld. So today's message is going to be a message from the Underworld. Alright, so I went ahead and gathered the decks of cards that the Underworld has directed me to for this reading. And as I was shuffling them and clearing them for tonight's reading, yes, it is nighttime while I'm doing this. Surprise, surprise, I am still infatuated with the time of day that I'm doing my work. But I had asked the Underworld, is there any specific messages that would like to come through directly through telepathic communication at this time while I'm shuffling the cards? This is the first deck, by the way. And some things that wanted to come through. The first thing was actually quite silly and funny, and it made me laugh. But they had said, you are so grounded that they can just look up into their skies above and see your roots kind of poking down. So you're so grounded that your own tree of life is reaching the Underworld, so your branches must be just as tall. And the second thing that they brought to my mind was the fact that earlier today, while I was driving around running errands in the 3D, I had all of a sudden started smelling what smelled like burnt onions. And it almost made me pull over because I thought there was something wrong with my car. But it was just a smell that I was smelling. And as I'm talking about it, the topic of clairalience is coming up. And that's one of the clairs where you're able to smell something in the spiritual realms that aren't actually physically there. Perhaps this has been happening to you lately. Maybe you were questioning why this was happening, and this is a spiritual gift that is given at a certain point in time of your, I guess you would call it an initiation into spiritual work. But also, I can't ignore the fact that it was the smell of onion, and they were bringing that to my mind. And the smell of onion usually suggests a form of protection and a form of transformation. So, you, my friend, are highly protected through this transformation that you are currently going through. And that's what I have been hearing from the Underworld telepathically as I prepared these cards. So great, we've got 3 cards out here to start with. Amazing. These are the Sacred Symbols Oracle, and I absolutely love them. But let's go ahead and dive in and see what they are bringing to the table for you tonight. We've got full moon. We've got knowledge. And we have new life with the Ankh. I'm hearing that this symbol right here really means a lot to you. And you were very excited to see it show up here. And coincidence or not, one of the things that the Ankh symbolizes is divine protection. It also represents eternal life, and it represents both male and female forms. And so this tells me that along with your grounding that you have been putting into practice, you are also a divinely balanced person. And not only that, you hold a lot of wisdom and a lot of knowledge up there in that noggin of yours, I heard. And with this full moon card coming out, they are now telling me that there is something very significant that is going to occur for you around this next full moon. And I do know that if you're watching this at the time that this was posted, as this is also a timeless message, but if you are, the next full moon is coming up very, very soon. You may actually be watching this video on that very full moon that I'm speaking of. But there is definitely something that is getting ready to occur for you around that time frame. The numbers 29, 34, or 4 could mean something significant for you as well, which are the numbers on these first 3 cards that came out. And these all could be mirrored as well. The 34 could be a 43, the 29 could be a 92. So Spirit and the Underworld, what is about to occur for this person on or around this full moon? These 2, okay. We have the Tower, and there's that transformation that I was speaking of earlier. Now this might not be anything negative. This could be a positive Tower moment in your life. But regardless of what it is going to be definitely transformable. And we have the 8 of Swords. You are fully transforming the way you think about yourself. That victim mentality that you have suffered from for so long is being ripped away, I'm hearing, by the fact that you are so grounded and you have seen things that not many people have seen, I heard. And that you once had this mentality of negativity about yourself and your life. But now you are living within this new life. And that's exactly what is causing this transformation to occur for you. You are reaching this emperor status. You're gaining the respect that you deserve. And I heard finally. You're at a stable point in your life. And you're ruling your own reality at this point. And you're aware of this. You're aware that you control your reality through your thoughts. The Ten of Cups. Need I say more? What you can expect to see in this full moon energy. I'm hearing this is something that you have been alchemizing. And perhaps you do rituals as well. I'm hearing that you are very strong with your moon magic. And this last new moon that we had, you had done some pretty powerful things. So powerful that the fruition is going to come by the next full moon for you. And with this card, I always call it the Somewhere Over the Rainbow card. Wizard of Oz might mean something to you. And I'm hearing the two newer movies in that genre, the Wicked movies as well. I recently just watched the second one myself and I loved it. And as if it couldn't get any better, we have the Hierophant. You're keeping up with your traditions of ritual. And just like that wisdom card that came out first and foremost, this is just confirming that wisdom that you hold within yourself. Because you know that magic isn't just purely made by ritual. It's by your thought forms. It's alchemized through life itself. And you feel that most people do not understand this. But you carry yourself amazingly with this Emperor card. So, Emperor or Empress, what else does the underworld have to say to you? Okay, we got lots of cards here. We have freedom. And the depiction of the card, you can see that there's a whale there, and that there's a spirit within the whale. Everything in life that is consciously living has a spirit, has a soul within it, and you understand this completely. It also brings my mind back to a reading that I did a little while ago where someone in the collective was showing me how they actually had a past life as a whale. And so perhaps this person was you. And then we have loyalty. Your loyalty to your practices and your rituals that you live out every single day and every moment of your life, not just on a full moon or a new moon or a special day, but every single day you are loyal to your craft. You have the focus. You are very focused, I'm hearing. And I'm not even kidding you. The next card even says focused. Focus, focus, twice. The cat and the wolf also might be significant to you. And once again, there's that respect. There's that respect. And thank you, Anubis, for showing up, because this is a reading from the underworld. And I appreciate you showing up here. Perhaps you were hoping to see him tonight. Here you go. Here he is. Perhaps you work with Anubis. Perhaps you did ritual with Anubis at your side this past new moon. But in any regard, I sure appreciate him showing up in the here and now for you. And now I'm starting to hear telepathically how in your sleep even you are doing the works. And you work with Anubis while your physical body is resting. And the thing that you do the most while you're working in the astrals is soul retrieval. Anubis helps find lost things, including souls. And whether you knew what you were doing or not, or with whom you were doing it with, need not matter. The matter of the fact is that this is what you are doing in your sleep. And this also is not always brought back to the physical world after you wake up, because some of the souls that you are helping retrieve for people, you're not supposed to have memory of. But you know that you're doing this. And it's something that you do for a service, and you don't expect reward for it. But my friend, you will be greatly rewarded. Be on the lookout for the next nearest full moon that's coming your way, because that somewhere over the rainbow is approaching very quickly. And as I was reaching for the last deck of cards here, I was hearing more about this respect, because it came up twice now as well. And you have recently helped somebody in your 3D, I'm hearing, that has gained you more respect and more regard with physical people around you. And you are also highly respected in the spirit realms as well. Because my Alexa alarm just went off for no apparent reason. I had no alarm set. And I had asked her what was the alarm for. And she said that she had no alarms that were set. So that's just how powerful of a person you are. You triggered Alexa to sound an alarm as I was talking about the respect that you have gained from even the physical people in your life. So kudos to you. I love it when people can interact in that way. You are an avid astral traveler. And I'm sure that you are also very good at telepathy as well. Let's go ahead and see what our last cards are that came out for you from the underworld. Well, you definitely work with dragon energy too, don't you? Crystal Dragon. New healing modalities. Rainbow rays, I am terrible at saying that word, and frequencies. Solfeggio. And yes, that's probably wrong too, but you know what it is. But I can't help but notice how it says the rainbow rays. And you either very well could be a dragon spirit in your own sense, or closely work with the dragons of the 7 rays of the colors of the rainbow. And I'm really feeling like this reading has been alchemized over this past week, even before I made that post. because of the fact that I myself was led to the 7 color rays a little while ago. And if that is not something that you have looked into just yet, I highly suggest that you do. It definitely helped me learn a few more things of my own self as well. But in all of this, you're learning also new ways of healing. Especially with this soul retrieval. I'm hearing you keep one-upping yourself. And now that song, Higher by Eminem, just started playing very loudly in my head. And that song talks about every time I hit my ceiling and think I can't go higher, I do, basically, is what it's talking about in that song. And if you've never listened to it, there's some little earbuds for you. But you keep shocking yourself. Because literally every time you think you've reached your max point, you burst through it like a pin to a balloon, I heard. And then the next card that we have is Pink Chalcedony. And I have a very hard time saying that word as well. And I do apologize. The English language wasn't really my first in the soul sense. Let's just put it that way. Chalcedony. Chalcedony. See, I always had a problem with that word. But you get it. It's creativity, self-expression, and life is your canvas. And that's what I was talking about with the fact that you can bring your own reality to fruition through your thought forms. That's exactly what you do on a daily basis. You know that your life is your canvas. And you might even be an artist as well. Among all these things that you do. Whether you are a singer, whether you are a writer, or an actual painter painting on canvas. And the last card that we have for this reading from the underworld is Jade and Pink Lotus. And it's telling you to sink into that silence and reflect and enjoy your tranquility. And I think that's a beautiful, beautiful ending to this amazing message that you pulled through the underworld. And the lotus refers to, in my mind's eye, of your crown chakra. And how when the crown chakra is fully open, it looks as if it's that lotus flower in full bloom. And the jade here is often referred to as the stone of heaven. It represents harmony and wisdom. Just like that knowledge card that came out right out the gate. This card is your depiction here. It also speaks of good fortune with the jade. The correlation of the color relating to money as well. I'm hearing there is something very specific to you about this stone in particular. And now I am seeing a bracelet much like my own here that is made of jade. Whether you have one or if this is the underworld and spirit telling you to go ahead and get one and wear it on your receptive hand, whatever hand you use to receive. And that will help you bring in more affluence. So thank you once again for participating in the community post that I posted a couple days ago. And to all of you out there, thank you for being here and allowing this space for these messages to come through. And being loving unconditionally the way I love you unconditionally. You all are amazing. And I truly, truly am grateful for each and every one of you. Until next time, I love you. Bye. Anubis loves you too.